Innocence and Instinct Red's worst album. No. You got in. Woohoo. Yeah, if someone thinks that, then that's a problem. So how's it going? Even though, we're just in that stream thing, but how's it going? The machine was totally something. MJ stream. That whole stream was something. It went a way that I did not expect at all. But yeah. Once he showed up, I Figured something was gonna go down. Found this channel through your other one. Cool. What's going on, bud? Wonder what MJ's response was. I should be what I said. I wouldn't mind if Demon Hunter took a break. Who knows? I don't know really if I'd agree. I mean, it depends on what you mean by a break, I guess. I mean, I think a couple of years before another album, then yeah, but taking like a hiatus or something like that, I don't think, especially seeing as how, in my opinion, their newer stuff is better than their, like, this decade for them, I think, has been better than the 2000s in general, with like True Defiance, Extremist, and War and Peace. Hate to think it'd be something like They Should Quit completely. That was kind of what I was thinking. And one of the things that I can go to now. Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of cool though, because I can't remember if I told you this or if you heard this anywhere or what, but in the War and Peace book thingy, Ryan Clark did say that they are hoping, or he's hoping at least, that Demon Hunter will continue for like another decade or two, which is pretty cool. I think it'd be great if that happened, but you never know, something might happen. Be nice if they do need some years off, kind of like Iron Maiden does. Yeah, I'm sure if they do continue for a long time, I'm sure as kind of the years go on, they'll probably have longer breaks between albums or something like that. Because I mean, if they're still going in like 15, 20 years, I highly doubt they would keep releasing albums every 2 years or whatever. Slayer. I feel like I know that reference. I think I've heard that before. But yeah, like I would honestly, at this point, I would hate it if Demon Hunter just called it quits, because I think War and Peace were really great overall, and I'm not completely sure where they would end up going after that, but they tried some different things with those albums that I would really like to see them build upon. So things would start getting repetitive that way. Yeah. Thank you. Just anybody here like Disturbed? I think they're okay. I went through I don't want to call it a phase, but kind of a short period of time in like my junior year of high school, which was like 3 or 4 years ago. 3 years ago, I think. And I got kind of into them then, mostly their newer stuff, like Immortalized mainly, but also like 10,000 Fists and stuff like that. But they kind of grew off me. I still think they're okay, but I don't know. I haven't heard their newest album though. I heard a couple of the singles, and I wasn't really that impressed by them. But I do think David Draymond has a pretty good voice, though. I think he's a good singer, but that's really the only thing about them overall that I really feel like stands out to me, at least now. Funny how some people criticize Demon Hunter's new albums, not hearing anything from them. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to anything they do. I mean, of course, I'm looking forward to anything they do in the future, but especially now with War and Peace, because of some things they like. Peace, I would say, is definitely their most experimental, kind of trying new things sort of album that they've ever done. So, I mean, her new album is great. People criticize bands without hearing the material. It's crazy. Yeah. Recuse Myself and what's the other one? When the Devil Come, stuff like that. I'm looking forward to seeing how they maybe build upon that. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if those are just going to be completely unique songs, but even stuff like More Than Bones, I Don't Believe You, those sorts of songs, still, kind of Demon Hunter-ish, but they're sort of different from anything they've done before in a way, I guess. At least that I can think of. Post my nostalgia, even today, I realize Demon Hunter has more feeling to the music than most metalcore bands. I guess I can see that. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say they have more feeling necessarily than others. I mean, it depends on the band, I guess, but it also depends on what you define as being feeling, I guess. Can't sit there and say Recuse Myself is nothing short of unique. Yeah, there's several songs from both albums that I think are very, even on War, Lesser Gods. I would say the closest thing to that is something like, what is it? Someone to Hate, or something like that. And even then, they're pretty different songs. So, and Lesser Gods was one of the best songs on that album, and it might no, it wouldn't be my favorite on. I would say On My Side is my favorite on the album, but it's probably my second favorite. Demon Hunter is criminally underrated, in my opinion. Yes, I would agree. They're not my favorite like metalcore band or anything, but they're probably top 3, I would say. See, my favorite is August Burns Red. Second is probably As I Lay Dying, or Demon Hunter might be my second favorite, actually. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard between Demon Hunter and As I Lay Dying. I really like both of them. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of As I Lay Dying, so that may have something to do with it, but As I Lay Dying is my second favorite metalcore band. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're great, so I can't really argue with that. I just feel like I've enjoyed Demon Hunter more consistently, whereas As I Lay Dying, pretty much the only albums that I really go back to all that much nowadays, at least, is An Ocean Between Us onwards. I don't really go back to Frail Words Collapse or Shadows Are Security, and I haven't heard Beneath Encasing of Ashes, so can't really speak on that one. Trivium's great, but I do think they're overrated. Fight me, mainstream metalheads. Yeah, what I've heard of them is really good. Overrated, I can't really say right now because I've only heard 2 of their albums at this point. But yeah, they are a great band though. Checked out a band called Bullet for Pretty Boy, and they're pretty good. Just got into them today. I've heard of them, but I've never listened to them. They'll say that Trivium is really can't speak. released a better album in 2017 than Demon Hunter did, yeah. I would say, like, out of metalcore in 2017, I would say August Burns Red had the best album. I mean, Phantom Anthem is probably my favorite metalcore album, so it kind of wins by default, but it's hard to say. It's definitely one of my favorites. Yuri Trivium isn't overrated. Read the comment. Oh, yeah. Phantom Anthem is a near masterpiece. I'd agree. The only song on it that I really don't have much urge, I would say 2 songs I don't really ever have much urge to go back to, is Lifeline and Generations, but even though those are still good songs. Carbon Copy is one that's really grown on me a lot recently, actually. I didn't really care for it much at first, but like lately I've been listening to it a lot, and it is one of my favorite songs on. It might be one of my favorite August Burns Red songs as well. Lifeline's one of my favorites. Yeah, I mean, it's a good song, definitely. I just don't go back to it much. I don't know. Dangerous might be my least favorite song on the album. Actually, you know, I'm not sure on that one. I used to feel that way, but I'm not sure that I do anymore. It's probably more in the middle. It's not one of my favorites, but it's probably more in the middle. Fountain of Mice and Men, I tried to get into them back when I first got into metalcore back in like 2014 or whatever, and I've never really gotten into them. I'm going to get up real quick. I got the heater running, and I need to shut that off real quick. I'm getting hot. Why they made it a single is beyond me. Dangerous? I didn't know that was a single. It might be. I don't know. Quake is a song that's grown on me. Yeah, me too. That's one of my favorites on there. Oh Sleeper is another dope Christian metalcore band. I do like Oh Sleeper. I don't listen to them a whole lot anymore, but I do think they're good. I'm hoping they release their new album sometime soon, though, because they have been like working on that for like a few years. So they released the first song from it like in 2017. Most of the bands I listen to anymore are older bands. Yeah. I tend to listen to newer stuff, but that's mostly because that's most of what I'm into anyway. But I do listen to like old, there's days when I just listen to mostly like Iron Maiden or something like that. There have been a few of those recently when I've just pretty much listened to only them. So yeah, it depends for me, but can't wait for new Slipknot and Testament albums. I've never listened to Testament, but Slipknot I just cannot get into. I don't know why. Theoretically, I should be able to. They seem like a band, just in terms of the qualities that they have. They seem like a band I'd like, but I just can't for some reason. And I've tried many times over the last several years. I'm considering putting a pre-order down when Slipknot's new album gets announced. Yeah. There's several albums that I would like to pre-order their new albums, but I would run out of money. I mean, I have plenty saved up, but that's supposed to be for school, so, and I need money to pay for college. Korn, I like Love and Death, Brian Head Welch's thing that he does, which they've been working on their second album for like 5 years. I like them. I have never really got into Korn, though. I tried a couple times, but I don't know. No bands at the moment for me that have announced any albums. Oh, there's several for me. Actually, there's 2 that I discovered like literally today that are releasing albums tomorrow that I just got into today. Let's see. Tomorrow there's Beelzebubs, which is a band that's based on a comic strip, which is weird. They're kind of black metal. It has the vocalist from Insomnium, and that's so far the only band member that anyone knows is confirmed to be in there, Beelzebubs, just because you can tell with his voice. So they're kind of like Insomnium-ish, but way more kind of black metal influence. They're pretty cool. They've released a few songs I really like. There's Sun, or whatever it is, that's releasing an album tomorrow that I literally got into. I'm not huge into doom metal, but I think they're all right. There's another band I can't pronounce, but I saw them on a black metal promotion channel that I'm subscribed to. So they're releasing something tomorrow as well. Waiting for Slipknot, As I Dying in Red to release their new albums. Yeah, As I Dying in Red, definitely. Alex Hefner's a hip hop head reactor. He reacts to all kind of metal. Yeah, I'm subscribed to him. I like him. Yeah, he's cool. Then next Friday is the new Amon Amarth album, which I'm slightly concerned about because I haven't really cared for any of the singles that they've released, but I guess we'll have to see. Rammstein's releasing a new album. Dark Throne is releasing a new album. Abath is releasing a new album. Sabaton, I'm very excited for that one. Wolves at the Gate just announced a new album yesterday, and that comes out the day before my birthday. Also waiting for Knives to announce. Yeah, Knives, right? Yeah, hopefully that comes out sometime. Knives sounds good from what I've heard, yeah. I have considered listening to the there's MNQN, which is Dustin Bates's solo project or whatever. That's kind of electronic-y. I've thought about checking that out. I think I heard a couple songs from it. I might listen to it. I might not. I don't know. I'm not super interested in it, but we'll see. What else have I heard recently that I've been into? The new Periphery album is pretty good. I'm not that much into them, but I do really like their new album. Don't think we'll get new Knives till 2020 since New Demon Hunter came out this year. Yeah, maybe. We'll have to see. It wouldn't surprise me if it came out this year, but it also wouldn't surprise me if it didn't. So, I don't know. Let me think, what else has come out recently-ish? There's new Devin Townsend album, which I actually just did a review. I uploaded a review for like an hour ago. Yeah, that's a really great album. Still waiting for the Vimic album to drop. I have no idea who that is. Never heard of him. Oh yeah, there was. I'm just looking at my calendar. I have like all of the albums that are coming out on my Google Calendar. There was an album by this band called Meadow's End that came out at the beginning of March. That's kind of symphonic melodic death metal, which you'd think I'd be into because I like the melodic death metal, like symphonic metal, but that I just did not care for. If it comes out 2020, that's a 5-year wait between Knives albums. Oh yeah, that's true. Vimic has Joey Jordison in the band. I know that name. I don't know from where, but I know that name. I did think about listening to another Iron Maiden album today, but I ended up going with the first Led Zeppelin album. But I will most likely listen to more Iron Maiden, at least before this semester gets over, because usually I listen to new albums during, or new, at least to me, along with brand new albums during some of my art classes. So I'll have to make time to do that at other times during the summer. MJ's here. Max, of course, had to leave a dislike. Yeah, I saw that. But yeah, with Iron Maiden, I've heard everything up through No Prayer for the Dying plus Brave New World right now. So I've heard over half their albums, which is pretty neat. That's a lot of music because they have 16 albums. Ready for new Trivium and Avenged Sevenfold albums, but 2020 is what I've heard about the year they're coming out. Yeah, I've heard that about Trivium. I haven't heard anything about Avenged Sevenfold. I'm not really into them, but yeah. My roommate likes Avenged Sevenfold though. He's into like metal and stuff. He likes Avenged Sevenfold, Iron Maiden, all that stuff. So yeah. We haven't really talked about music that much though, but I know he likes them. I'd say he they made a wise decision going with Led Zeppelin. Yeah, I would like to listen to more Iron Maiden. I'm more interested in checking out more Iron Maiden than Led Zeppelin, but I wanted to at least give Led Zeppelin a shot today because I hadn't heard any of their albums yet. Fear the Dark is great. Yes, it is. I have yet to hear anything bad from Iron Maiden, so yeah. Rid of him, please, trash. Yeah. I'm not super familiar with them, but I know that they're kind of a Led Zeppelin-y kind of thing. X Factor is also good. Slower album, but it's great. Yeah, I don't mind slower at all. But yeah, I'll probably from now on I will probably be listening to Iron Maiden's albums in release order because I kind of skipped around for their up until No Prayer for the Dying. So don't blame you. Definitely don't pass up on Zeppelin's other stuff. Yeah, I will probably be listening to more of them at some point. But as far as classic stuff that I'm trying to get into, Iron Maiden's pretty much my priority at the moment. But I'll probably listen to other stuff every so often as well. Might not like Led Zeppelin 3. Why is that? Anthrax? Maybe. Thrash metal is hit or miss for me, so I don't know. Finally have Power Slave. Nice. Power Slave's a great album. I believe that was the first one I heard too for Iron Maiden. I think that was the first classic metal album overall that I heard actually. Was Power Slave. Was Zeppelin 3 is a more folky sounding album. Okay. Yeah, folky stuff is kind of hit or I like folk metal. I like a little bit of, but it depends. But I don't really listen to it at all. So, but I guess we'll have to see. Zeppelin 3 isn't one of my favorites, but it's good, yeah. Worst metal band you ever heard of? I don't know. I'm not sure. That's hard to say because usually, like, if there's a band that I've either heard is bad or I just listen to and I just don't like, I don't really listen to anything more. So I'm not really sure. Master of Puppets was first classic metal album. Oh yeah. I might check out more Metallica. I might not. I'm not sure. Again, thrash is hit or miss for me. In the case of Metallica, I liked both of the albums I heard from them, but they aren't a band that I'm absolutely dying to check out. I'm assuming that's Motionless in White. I never really got into them. Metallica's overrated too, even though I'm a fan, yeah. Never understand how or why Metallica is the biggest metal band. Yeah, Gent's pretty cool. Yeah, I like some. Yeah. I will. Meshuggah I've been listening to quite a bit recently. So. I like Metallica and all, but there's better bands like Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath. Yeah, definitely. Progressive metalcore, new metalcore, metalcore is two cool subgenres. Metalcore. I haven't really heard anything in new metalcore. Progressive metalcore, I'm not really sure what exactly that means. I would assume probably like Periphery or something like that. Although it's debated whether they're metalcore or whatever. I want it metalcore, but yeah, that's what I die, stuff like that. Between the Buried and Me is the only progressive metalcore band I like. Yeah, I like Between the Buried and Me too. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of them, at least at the moment, but I do like them. Wouldn't consider myself a diehard fan, but they released some great albums. Yeah, that makes sense. Just uploaded a revenue. Oh, MJ. Yeah. Keep swinging this around. I have Han Solo dice that I play with when I'm just doing things. Swing them around, and I keep hitting things with them, and it makes noises, and it jumps me. I've also accidentally thrown them a few times as well, which is fun. Almost hit my roommate in the face when I did that once. Han Solo's cool. Yes, he is. Wonder when Break Management will release another album. Yeah. Still in the mood for pizza? I don't know. I mean, sure. Might have a snack or something before I go to bed because it's been a little bit since I've eaten, so I don't know. Very funny, Tony. Rich White Man's one of the worst rappers of all time, if not the worst. Little Windex is worse. I haven't heard of either of those. I'm not really a rap guy, so. Although here on my college campus, there's like a concert, I think tomorrow night, and it has a couple rappers in it that I had not heard of prior to this, but I can't remember all of them, but I know the big one was Young M.A. I hadn't heard of her before, but again, I'm not really into rap music anyway, so I like rap music. Zach's proud of me for that. Oh, yes. I mean, I don't mind it, but there's not a lot of it that I really care for that much. That might as well be called I Lived in the Hood and also have a criminal record music. Yeah, the only one that I've heard that I think is actually pretty good is NF, and that's pretty much just because my girlfriend showed him to me a few times. So that's pretty much the only reason I've heard anything by him, but I think he's all right. There's probably a few other. I don't hate all of the rap that I've heard, but there's not much that I really like. Rap parts and Linkin Park are the only rap I can listen to, and that's one of the things that keeps me away from art. Yeah. I mean, I never really got into them, so it's not really much of a problem for me. I remember last year there was an album came out by the band Memphis Mayfire. I don't know if any of you know them. I used to be like really into them back when I first got into metalcore, and now I'm just not really that into them. I still think they're all right, but they released an album last year that was pretty much one of the worst albums I've ever heard in my life. It was just very generic, boring, bland rock. Not that I have a problem with a band changing their sound. I really don't care as long as it's good, but that just wasn't good. And that had a song that had a rapper on it, which didn't really help my opinion of that album. I think they were trying to copy what Asking Alexandria did. I know on their last album they were kind of more rockish, and they had a rapper on one of their songs. So, in case you haven't noticed, I love rap. Yeah, totally. Rap is overrated. Have you heard of a band called Adestria? I'm assuming that's pronounced. Their band I listened to often during my introduction days to metalcore. I don't think I've heard of them. Adestria. Obviously, I don't listen to them now. I don't think I've listened to them in years. Yeah. Where Do I went soft, but I still like their soft album. I never got into them either. I've heard of them. I've heard a little bit of them, but I never really got into them. Same with the World Dead. Oh, MJ. That blue pillow behind you won't stop staring at me. Yeah. It's my roommate's pillow, so blame him. Not that I give a crap, but a part of me does wonder what's going on with Devil Wears Prada these days. Oh yeah, they're another one I tried to get into them a couple times, but I never did. So. Used to listen to them a lot, but not anymore. Yeah. Devil Wears Prada is decent now. I like their heavier stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, they were one of those bands that I tried to get into and I just never could. So yeah. Not really sure why, but I mean at that point I thought that I probably could have, but I just didn't. I haven't released an album since 2016, so that's why I'm kind of wondering. Oh yeah. I feel like I heard something about them recently, but I'm not sure. Let me look that up real quick. I do think I remember hearing something about them on like Reddit. But I might be wrong. Oh no, I can't think anything, or I can't see anything, so maybe it was another band. Dark Tranquility hasn't released anything either. I wonder what's going on with them. Oh yeah, I still gotta listen to them a little more. I do have one, I think, album of theirs on my Spotify, but I haven't really listened to it that much. It's just kind of what I do on Spotify. I'll just look through bands, and if I find something that I like, I'll just add it to my music and playlist or whatever. But I don't always actually like listen to the entire albums or whatever. So don't listen to Dark Tranquility a whole lot, but they're probably the best current metal band. Oh. Yeah, a lot of death metal I've been not really growing off of, but I just haven't been listening to it as much these days. I still really like it, of course. There's several bands that I still really like, but I haven't listened to it as much lately as I used to. I mean, it depends on my mood as well. To listen to the album Damage Done, probably their best work. Oh yeah. I might have heard a couple songs from that, but I might be thinking of the wrong album. I'm not sure. Breakdown of Sanity and Service in May. Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Never heard it or anything. Wonder where MJ ran off to. The vocalist for I can't talk. That's what happens. Like when I just talk in real life, I edit all my videos, but in real life, I just mess up talking all the time. Vocalist for Dark Tranquility was the original vocalist for In Flames, yeah. And then wasn't Anders originally the vocalist for Dark Tranquility too? Didn't they like swap? It was kind of weird. Yeah. That's kind of weird how that happened, but I think I've heard of a couple times when that's happened. It's kind of weird though. I'm pretty sure I understand that reference. Okay, nothing more. I used to like them a little bit. My fandom wore off. I don't know. I've heard a couple of their songs. I think they're all right, but I don't know if I'd ever get into them at all. Monica Band right there. Not really into nothing more, but they sound okay. Yeah. Nothing special or interesting. Yeah. Monica did another vocal cover recently. I did see that pop up in my subscriptions, but I didn't watch it. These days, I used to watch like every single thing I was subscribed to. Now I watch maybe like a quarter of what pops up, if that. Because now I think I'm subscribed to like over 100 channels now, which is insane. But some of them are kind of inactive. But Starset is a band that nothing more. Yeah. Well, my girlfriend is messaging me now. She just saw Avengers Endgame. I'm seeing it tomorrow, and she's crying. So it's a good sign. I'm going with my friend to see it tomorrow, and he said he's bringing tissues. So yeah. Irvin's gonna cry in the theater for Frozen 2. Oh my word. Yeah, Frozen was yeah. Can't believe Max tried to do the Thanos snap when he did his last comment on my stream. Oh, MJ, your stream was something. Yes, it was. Just rolled in. Can I borrow Madison? Yeah, that. I saw him come in and I was like, something. I don't know what's going to happen, but something's going to happen. Did say borrow, not steal. No big deal. Overkill. You talking about the band Overkill? Or not that? Yeah, I know you like them, NJ. Yeah. I might sometime. I don't know. They're, if I remember right, I think they're thrash. So again, kind of hit or miss for me, but they are. Okay, yeah. They have a lot of albums. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, they do. I just looked it up. Yeah, they yeah. Ryan's been listening to K-pop. You got me. Overkill has 19 albums. That's a lot. I thought Iron Maiden had a lot. Sorry, it's 2 albums beat that. Yeah. Rush has over 20. Oh, wow. Earlier I did a review I uploaded my review for Devin Townsend's new album. I believe that was like his 20th album or something like that. Between because he has a bunch of different names for his different. So he has like Devin Townsend Band, Devin Townsend Project. I think it was his 20th album between those. I don't. He was also in a band called Strapping Young Lad. I don't know if it's counting that as well, but yeah, he's done a lot of albums as well. Oh, yeah, she's crying over Endgame. Not crying. No. Endgame great. It's actually been a while since I've listened to Megadeth. Yeah, me too. I don't think I've listened to them since I heard Rest in Peace, actually. Even though I did really like that, I haven't really listened to them. So, Mega Dave. Insane problem. Haven't been feeling thrash lately, yeah. Yeah, this week, still can't talk. This year so far has been kind of weird for me because like last year, especially like the second half or the I guess the second half of last year, I was super into like death metal and black metal, and this year so far I've listened to a little bit of black metal, but not very much, and almost no death metal. So it's kind of I've been listening to a lot of metalcore and like power metal, which is a big departure. Have you listened to metal music lately? Mostly mumble rap. There you go. Every now and then I'll go on a thrash binge and listen to Metallica, Megadeth, and Anthrax. Yeah. And then that band Icebreaker, I've talked about a few times. I've been listening to them a lot lately as well. Deftones, oh yeah. If you just want your time to just be destroyed. Oh no. I like thrash, but I've been on the metalcore bandwagon lately. Oh yeah. I haven't been on modern rock pinch in a good while. Yeah, me too. Bring me the Horizon binge lately. Just kidding. Bring your Benjamin fans are probably wondering how I even still have a pulse after not listening to Emperor this year so far. Yeah. I don't think I've really listened to it that much or at all this year. It's still a great album, though. But oh, I'm getting tired. I hate my my schedule right now. I'm so glad it's getting almost to summer because I just hate my schedule right now. I get up at like 6:30 in the morning every day, and I hate it. Dark of You is a masterpiece to someone. It's a good song, but you know, I think I only listened to the album once when it came out. Yeah, I listened to it a lot when it came out. I listened to it for a good month, just straight every time. Like every time I drove to work or something, I was pretty much listening to it. I would still say it is one of my favorite albums of last year, but I don't know. I don't listen to it much now. Except summer you work, your mom's there to actually make you work, so you can get used to that, plus it'll be hot out, yeah. I am not looking forward to hot. It's been nice lately. I don't know, Zach, I don't know how much you can relate being in Pennsylvania, but up here it's been like, yes, I am looking forward to you too. But it's like it was like 60 or 70 degrees for like a few days in a row, and then we got a snowstorm, and then it was 60 or 70 degrees a few days in a row again. It's Maine weather is very strange. Like some Breaking Benjamin songs, but I'm not really a fan of theirs. Yeah. It's been raining here lately, which is basically what Pennsylvania is known for. Yeah. It's been kind of dreary here the last few days. Today was the first sunny day in like a week. Well, probably not quite that long, but a good few days. All week it's rained here. Yeah, it has. It's horrible. It's like it was just getting nice, and then it just rains. It's better than snow. I'm done with snow for this year. I don't mind snow for a little while, but I'm done with it for now. Excuse. It's supposed to snow. Is it? I've heard here it's just supposed to be rain, so I don't know if up there it's supposed to snow. I've heard here it's supposed to rain though. That real quick. Yeah, it says just rain tomorrow. It's going to be up in the 40s, so it wouldn't be snow. Gullible. Yeah, I guess. Snow in late April still. Yes, that's how it is in Maine. We've got snow a couple times into May, I think, which is insane. But yeah, like recently, that happened recently, the being really nice for a few days and then getting snow. That happened like literally probably 2 weeks ago at most. So yeah. Thankfully, since it warmed up a couple days after, it was gone pretty quickly. But yeah, it's kind of dumb. Benjamin fans need to realize we're not in 2011 anymore. Oh. Do you have anything good to eat? Yeah, you're being my mom now again. Yeah, what did I eat today? I had mac and cheese for lunch. I feel like it's sad that when I go to the cafeteria here on campus and they have mac and cheese, I just get excited. But there was that. I had a chicken burger for dinner. Woohoo. when you realize modern rock's not a phase for some people. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it necessarily has to be a phase either. But you know, you had dinner for dinner. Very insightful. Safe to have you home. Yeah. Are you really just gonna start impersonating my mom now? It's not a phase, mom. This music's made for me. I guess I still like Red, but I don't listen to them nearly as much as I used to. You know, I mean, I still like rock for sure. I just don't listen to it a ton, at least now. I did listen to it a lot last year, though, for quite a significant amount of time, I suppose. Red's music seems a little too emotional. Nah, I wouldn't say so. I mean, coming from you, but I've always had kind of an emotional connection to music anyway, so it probably doesn't faze me. But yeah. If you want to emotional coming. Your GoFundMe is really slowed down. Yeah, I think it's only at what, like 70% right now. They have been saying that they're close to releasing something new from their next album, though, which is great. Like today, like the last day or two, they've been teasing quite a bit. They posted a video on their Instagram earlier today that was like little clips from the recording process. So yeah, very excited for that, definitely. And they said that they're very close to releasing a single, which has me excited. It's at 69,993 right now. Yeah, so around 7. I think that 70% of it, right? Weren't they asking for 100,000, if I remember correctly? It was either 70% or 70,000, and 70,000 still lines up. Hey, this time around we'll get a new album from Red sooner than fall. Yeah, I'm I don't know. Maybe not. I would guess probably at the earliest it'd be like July, maybe. Because I mean, it seems like there's several bands lately that have been announced when they've been announcing their new albums. It's been for July, so I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out anytime between July and maybe like October. So I'm guessing the summer, yeah. That's Kill Switch Engage, I think, yeah. Kill Switch Engage I like, but I'm not like huge into them. I will probably listen to their new album when that comes out, though. Because I think they did confirm that they are releasing something this year, so. I think Kill Switch Engagement, but they don't deserve all the hype they get, you know. Yeah, I mean, I thought last year, as far as what came out, was like really great, but I'm thinking even right now, possibly that this year might already be better, which I didn't think would happen. But I just have this. I have a feeling that by the end of the year, it's going to far surpass last year because of all the stuff that's even coming out, even just this summer, that I'm looking forward to. There's like Sabaton, Wolves at the Gate, Abbott, possibly Red, like we're talking about. So Yeah. Might see about pre-ordering that album too. We'll see. Yeah. Your coworker still stares at me every time I'm there and he's working. Okay then. Only thing that makes last year better for me was Judas Priest's last album. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a really good album. I didn't go back too much on it aside from one or two songs, but it was really good though. But I would probably say so far even this year has been at least as good as last year, and that's saying a lot because it's only like a third into the year already. So for music, I definitely prefer this year. Yeah, I mean, I really liked last year, but yeah, like I'm saying, there's been a lot of, and the thing I find kind of funny is last year I heard somewhere around 30 albums in total, at least for new releases. This year I've already heard that much for new releases. So yeah, I'll definitely be hearing more new music this year than last year. I mean, technically, I guess. If he's a successful YouTuber, then I guess technically, yeah, but I don't know. Egotistical much. I think I met Coca-Cola Nation in real life one time. Don't remember much about him. Yeah. I don't believe I've ever met anybody even remotely famous. Like I'm not saying he is, but like even someone that is at that level, I don't think I've ever met. Not that I know of, at least. I have had some friends who have some fairly successful YouTube channels. I mean, by successful, I mean a couple thousand subscribers, which to me, I think, you know, if you have a couple thousand subscribers, I would consider that fairly successful. But it's cool that the pioneer of music reviews from Pennsylvania. Yeah. Met a famous horse jumper. Oh yeah, I think. Did you tell me that about that? I can't remember. I feel like you might have, but I can't remember. Yeah, you did. I remembered something. How surprising. Sears Power. Although a couple of professors I've had were pretty, you know, one of them who actually passed away recently, which kind of bummed me out. But he actually gave a TED talk that has gotten quite a lot of views, and the other one had worked with Marvel a lot. Wrote a bunch of their stories, worked on a bunch of their games. He was a game design developer, so yeah. That's the sign. Yeah, you sent it to me. It's pretty great. I've had a friend actually walking distance from covered coordination. Oh wow. I'm actually my hometown. Well, it depends on what you call hometown. The town that my parents live in, that is where my home is Bangor, Maine, which is where Stephen King lives, which I guess is the closest that I have. So I'm not too far away from him. I've never really I'm not that much into horror and stuff though, so I've never, walking distance from Zach, only 5 seconds. Yeah, you are in that White House, right? I love scary stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been over this already, so. Listen, I'm exhausted. He calls me before bed every night, and I go like 3 minutes sleep. Can I let him go soon, please? And things. Yeah, I was thinking I'd probably get done pretty soon anyway. It's getting late-ish. I mean, 10:45 isn't really all that late, but I've been used to going to bed at like 10:30 lately because of my stupid schedule. So, White House comfy got the tools I need to fight ants and spiders. There you go. Yeah, let's say probably get done within the next 15 minutes, I would say. So by 11, waste my time. Yeah, Reverend hides under the blanket and cries during the movie Monsters, Inc. Yeah, no. 10 minutes, you mean? No, I liked Monsters, Inc. as a kid. I still do. I mean, I haven't seen it in forever, but I was still, yeah. 10 minutes, all right, let's do 10 minutes then. 10 more minutes of the stream. Yeah, I don't do good with, I get scared of like the most ridiculous things. My roommate has a field day with me sometimes jumping me. It's ridiculous. One time I was with Tabby, and she was standing behind me, and I once turned around, and that jumped me because I turned around and she was right behind me, which is ridiculous. Jack and Jill scary movie. Yeah, I suppose. Scary in a sense. Thing is, he knew I was there. Yes, I did, and I was still scared. Yeah. Reverend hides and cries when he's seen Adam Waters. Oh my word. Oh, I just realized I have more laundry I need to fold. I did my laundry earlier, and for some reason I always leave it until before I need to go to bed. I got most of it folded and put away, but I still have half a basket that I need to do. I guess that would be. Adam Walker is all about fashion. Oh, what do you mean? Rich uploads video. All right. I'm gonna call up and pretend I never saw it. Don't we all? Don't have to worry about that. Oh, you mean you are home? I'm assuming you're gonna call up and pretend you never. Oh, Never saw the movie. I'm okay. I think I'm getting what you're saying now. Good point. Yeah, my friend said he's going to bring tissues to Endgame, so I think we'll be covered. Which makes another video about someone being part of the Illuminati. I rarely cry in movies. I have teared up a little bit in Star Wars before, like the new, Force Awakens, because I saw that in the theater, and I teared up a little bit in that just because I was very emotional and excited. Never cried during a movie. Nobody even cares about you. Oh, thanks. Thanks for this video reference from the Illuminati. You caught me. Cold-hearted. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I've actually cried during a movie. I've teared up, like I said, like Star Wars. I've been a fan all my life, so seeing Force Awakens in the theater, really all of them, or most of them, I would, just because I go opening night, so all of the people around me are super excited. So that kind of gets me going, but yeah. I did, even though I knew what was coming, because I got spoiled like forever ago for Infinity War, and I only just saw that the first time the other day, even though I was seeing Endgame tomorrow. I did tear up a little bit at the end of it, just from a couple of the, yeah. Cry when please be what time. Last Jedi wait his foot in space. Oh yeah. I do really like The Last Jedi. It is one of my favorite Star Wars movies, I will say, but that scene was kind of stupid. I will not defend that. She used the Force. That makes sense. Luke must have taught her sometime, but they surely could have shown it in a better way than that. That's good. What's your favorite Rush album? I haven't listened to Rush yet. I will get around to it at some point, hopefully, but I have not done it yet. No, I haven't. I'm sorry. I've thought about it a couple times, but I just haven't yet. But I will eventually. I just have to get around to it. Whole thing of the casino is another part I wasn't a big fan of. But yeah, I mean, I get they were trying to. I liked the location, but I just didn't really care as much for that part of the movie. There were things I didn't like about it, but there was enough in it that I liked for me to say that it's one of my favorites. What? Those moving pictures, signals, farewell to kings, test for a girl. Yeah. I'll listen to them at some point. I just haven't yet. It's kind of the same situation I was in with Led Zeppelin until today, when I heard their debut. But I just haven't got around to it yet. I'd like to, but I just need to make time for it. Vessels 3.0. Well, I'm going to be wrapping up in a minute now, so anything else you guys want to say, go ahead and get it out before I end the stream. I suppose. I'm not in the shower. Been listening to Crapple Rush lately. Resist a song I've been coming back to a lot. Right. Said that in an interview. Okay. He was probably joking. I would think so. Well, I suppose I'm going to wrap up the stream. Been almost an hour and a half now. Always flies by, which is weird. Most of the time, at least. But I can't resist that song. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming and everything. I don't know if Bud is still here or not, but if you are, then thanks for coming, and MJ and Zach as well. So, all right. See you guys later. Have a good night and all that stuff. And yeah, see ya.